Hello, Fiona Whitten from Oakville Crafts here. Hope you've been having a good day. So welcome to today's Stamping and Creating. Let me just spend a second double checking that this is actually going out live. I just need to find... Oh no, that's not... Here we go. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, right, and I'm completely skew-whiff, but hey, trying to move things around so you can actually... No, that's even worse. Okay, right, let's hope then that you can see what I'm doing, and I'll make sure that I keep everything to the top here. Right, okay, so today I wanted to share with you a new bundle that you'll find in the January to April mini catalogue over on page 13. And it's called Hooray for Surprises. So it features a stamp set that has 16 stamps, and then there are coordinating dies for some of the shapes, and then there are additional dies that do actually means you can make some really fun interactive cards, and I'll show you I'll show you how the interactive bit works in a minute. So we have various bits that will fit the heart. This will cut out the flower. It's additional flower, or you can use it to make the centre. Leaves. This leaf, I like this because it actually fits nicely the heart, which is really good. And then we have these two circles, this little thing here, which is the cake, and then this one here, which is sort of like, looks like a row of circles that are joined up with a funny little tab on the end. And these two, and that heart are what makes the cards that you make with them interactive. Sorry, I'm just checking that because I can't see what's going on. But hey, I'm just assuming that this is going. Okay, so this is the stamp set. These are the dies. And as I said, you will find them on page 13 of the mini catalogue. So we have a mix, and these are some of the samples of the cards that they have in the catalogue. Right, so without further ado, I want to show you the interactive bits. Now, I've already die cut a couple of things because there's nothing worse than just sitting there watching or listening to people die cutting. And I should mention that the bundle, if you spend an extra £1, then you would qualify for a free celebration item, because the bundle is £44. Right, so these are the 4 interactive dies. So the dies themselves, they don't actually cut right through your cardstock or paper. You will find that there are some little bits that don't cut right through. So these are the things that hold it together before the person rips off, pulls off this item. So you've got the heart, you've got the 2 circles, and you have this long piece. And the nice thing is that there is a little sentiment where you can stamp pull, or you can even stamp open here, depending on what you want to do. So that's how they were. I don't want to pull these out because then I won't be able to show other people. So I'm going to keep that as that. So I thought, okay, right, I'm going to make a card front. I want to use the larger of the circles, and I want to use that long piece that has the little interlocking circles. And I thought, okay, well, I'll die cut that and see what happens. And then it's like, how am I going to get the sentiment, greeting, whatever, in the right place underneath? And there is a trick, and that is to cut out at the same time using a piece of photocopier paper, something that's kind of thin, 2 dies. So you make sure that it's exactly lined up. Cut out your shapes that you want to use for to make the interactive parts, and then when you peel this piece off, like so, it leaves that piece behind, which is what you want as your card front, but then you can actually take these bits out like so, and when it comes to stamping, you will simply place this on top of the piece of cardstock that you're going to be stamping on, making sure again that the corners are all lined up, and then you're just going to simply stamp through the hole that's been cut. It says it's live. I don't know what's going on here. I think my internet is just so slow that it's not going. So I'm hoping that you can follow along with this and it all makes sense. So that's what I've done. So I have already, prepared my card front that I want, and basically a stencil to use for stamping through to make sure that my positioning is perfect. That's the theory. Practice, another matter, but hey. So let's see now, let's have some fun. So I've got some cardstock, don't need that bit of white, and I've got some paper. So this is the softly stippled paper, which is one of the celebration items. So I've grabbed a piece of that. I've got some pool party cardstock I think I'm going to use as my base. So let's cut that. Let's move that out of the way so I don't end up messing it up. Don't have much space here. So I'm in San Diego at the moment. I'm visiting my son, and my sister's here with me. We've had a few interesting days because, and I know you guys in the UK have had a really bad storm. We had a bad storm, not yesterday but the day before, which is actually quite unusual for San Diego. And I've just realised that I've cut the cardstock the wrong way, but hey, because I want to make a landscape card, but hey. Never mind, I'll just continue with this. So I've cut my A4 simply in half, and then I've scored it so that when you fold it again, it's in half. Like so. I mean, we could make it, but no, I'm not going to. I want to grab a piece of the paper, so I'm going to cut that so that it's a layer on the front. So it only needs to be 10 centimetres wide. And this paper's non-directional, so I'm not too worried about which way I'm cutting it. Obviously, if you've got words or things that really matter, then you would make sure that your 10 centimetres is actually the height of the paper. And then I need a width of 14.4 centimetres, so that's that bit. So this piece will go directly onto the card front like that, and I'll glue that in a moment. Now I also need to cut 2 pieces of basic white. I need to cut one for the inside, so that again is going to be 10 by 14.4. So I'm going to cut that out of half a sheet of white. So that's going to go on the inside of the card, and the piece that I cut here measures 9.5 by 13.9, so I remember. Yes, so I always have my layers in increments of half a centimetre. So the card base is, when you look at it at the front, it's 10.5 by 14.9. The next layer down is 10 by 14.4, and then down 9.5 by 13.9. So that is that. So that's what I want. So that should, in theory, fit this exactly. And it does. Amazing. Really good. Okay. So I now know that I need to stamp something in this space and something in this space. And the question is, what am I going to stamp? So this is, as I said, this is the your Hooray for Surprises stamp set. So You're Simply Amazing will fit in there. And obviously then Hope Your Birthday's Wonderful, Sending You Lots of Love, etc. All of that will fit in there, as will the flower, I think. Let's see. So this is a photopolymer stamp set. Yes, it will do. So that will fit in there, which is quite nice. So that, as will the heart, but obviously the heart, I've got a heart that will actually cut the heart out. So let's see, that is good. Could put a birthday cake in. That fits perfectly, and then you've got space to put the candle. So not only have you got the cake, you've got the candle too. Actually, no, the candle's there, and you've got the the flame. So I think I'm going to do the birthday cake. Now, the thing I have to remember with this is that because these are like solid images on photopolymer, I do need to have something soft underneath to be able to stamp this properly. So let's grab. That's the little flame. As I said, I wanted the candle. I don't actually have any yellow ink with me, so I'm just going to wing this with different colours, but hey, what the heck. So I've got my flame, my candle, got my flame. Let's see if I'll do a small one. There we go. And I really want to stamp Happy Birthday on there, but I don't, nothing on there is actually suitable. So I do have, I don't know if this is going to work, do have Go To Greetings. This little Happy Birthday here will, I'm hoping will fit. Let's see, needs to be really small. Maybe it won't. Needs something in a straight line. So, okay, so we're just going to put You Are Simply Amazing, and then we'll put Happy Birthday on the inside. I think that's going to be the best way. Alright, now I need my Stampin' Pierce mat. So I've come to San Diego, having left everything that I thought that I needed in the places that I thought they were in, and of course they're not. So I'm going to actually just use some paper in the vague hope that this will has enough give in it to stamp on. And I know I'm going to have to go and find everything later. Okay, so I have, I've got Pool Party, Lost Lagoon and Grey Granite. That's what I'm going to have to use. Otherwise I'll be disappearing and you'll never see me as I disappear into a cupboard. So I'm going to stamp the cake in. Kind of want to get a bit of scrap first and see how that goes, just to make sure that it works properly. That Pool Party looks very pale to me. And it is. But it's stamping okay, so that's not so bad. Pool Party's not actually a really bright colour anyway. It's one of the subtles, so let's make sure excuse me, moving my chair around and also getting my top in the ink. So we're going to quickly ink that up again, move that up, make sure it's lined up, stamp that at the bottom because I want enough room to put the candle and the flame on. So that's that. So then we need to do the candle next. I think I'm going to do that in Pool Party as well. In fact, maybe I'll do the whole thing in Pool Party. Like so. And then we're going to put the flame on the top. I'm kind of guessing from here. Oh, that worked out. So I've got my cake, my candle and my flame. Now all I need to do is put the sentiment in there. So I said that long one's what will fit in that, but if you've got other stamps then obviously which are in a long line, then at least the words are in a long line, then that would be great. I don't think I need open here, so we'll do the see for you. I could do for you, for you, for you. Maybe I'll do that rather than you're amazing. So let's close that up. I think I might do the sentiment in Lost Lagoon. Or maybe the grey granite. That would be a little bit different. They go together. And the thing with the photopolymer stamps, if you just put it down and let it rest for a minute and then pick it up, hopefully it's nice and straight and it's not sort of doing a bit of a wobble on you. So if I start, let's see, I'm going to have to start one end, I think. Apologies if my head's in the way, I just suddenly thought about that. Hey, top of my head's not exactly the most glamorous things, but hey, and I really am guessing here because I can't quite see what I'm doing. Oh well, it's in line, but hey, it's not exactly, oh, that one's better. But you get the idea. Right, so that is the bit that I know now when I peel off, or when the person receiving the card pulls these tabs, they will see the message and the sentiment below. So actually holding it up to the light, I can just about make it all out underneath. So the next thing I want to do is, obviously people looking at them don't necessarily know that they need to pull these off, which is why there's a little pull. So I'm going to stamp that on there and here so that they know to pull it. And that one I'm going to do in grey granite. And the chances of you using that again is very slim, because you won't necessarily get your die cut in exactly the same place over and over, which is why I said to actually use just photocopier paper, thin stuff, thinner the better. Right, so this time I want to stamp pull there, and which way around? I don't think it's going to go that way. Maybe I'll turn this around so that it's kind of fits in there. So that says pull. Now we could decorate these, so because there are some little stamps, so we could stamp little flowers going along. So or little hearts. So I think I'm going to have some fun and just do some little flowers. I'm going to have to move something off a block. And I think I might alternate the colours. So I've got the pull here in grey granite. So I think I might do the first flower is going to be Pool Party. So stamp that in there. Next one I want is grey granite, so I'll do Pool Party on that one. This one, do it again. This one, like so, and then I'm going to use the grey granite, or I could use the Lost Lagoon. Oh, choices, 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 choices. I might go for Lost Lagoon, what the heck. I'm not worried about cleaning off the stamp because the Lost Lagoon's a lot darker than the other. So I'm going to stamp that in there. Oops, not very well. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to be really brave and see if I can actually line this up and do it again. Could be good. Oh, it's not so bad. Manage that. So there's that. And then the question is what to put in this space here. So I could put the flower, because that will definitely fill up that area. I need a bigger block. Because this flower's quite large, as you can see. Now I could stamp it on here, stamp a second one onto some scrap and die cut it out and then add it so that it looks like a fuller flower. Or she says, oh, maybe that's not such a good idea. I think I'm going to stamp it in Pool Party. This is where I'm being brave, so I'm just stamping. I'm not doing any extra die cutting and things. Now this, I need to make sure that I get a really good coverage on this stamp. Stamp that on there. Like so. Now I could just simply turn it so that the next leaf is slightly along, but I think I might end up losing it. So you know what, I might just leave it as it is, because then I'm not tempting fate. But the one thing I do want to do though is I want to colour in these, but I'm going to colour them in Pool Party. I'm going to use my Wink of Stella to do that. So I've got Wink of Stella. I'm hoping that there's some in there. And I'm going to use Pool Party. So I'm going to give this a good squeeze in the hope that I'll get some on the lid. It's a little bit, but not quite enough. There we go. So all I'm going to do is pick up with my Wink of Stella brush and then just colour in lightly each of the flowers. I'm going to do the Lost Lagoon ones first, and then I'll see what I think. I did say Lost Lagoon, didn't I? Not the pool party ones. I think this is going to need some rhinestones too. Yeah, I'm going to colour these as well. There we go. Just quickly do it. I don't think we really want to be sitting there watching me. Just paint these in, colour them in. So yeah, so I've had an interesting time since I got to San Diego. We had a horrendous storm on, where are we now? So it was Monday. My son at the time was actually out driving, doing some deliveries, and yeah, the car's no longer, because he managed to get water in the engine. But hey, at least he's okay, so that's the main thing. So I've spent 2 days trying to get all that sorted out with the insurance company. Ugh, painful. Right, okay, so now I've got that's my very top. I've got my layer of paper. So that's my paper. That's my inside. So that will go under this piece. Now I can glue those two together, which is what I think I will do, so that when this bit gets pulled off, you'll be able to see it completely. So let's, and you can put these together using glue, dimensionals, whatever is your preferred. So I'm just going to use glue for the time being. I don't know why I've still got my this notebook here. I don't really need that now. Let's move that out of the way. So there. Make sure it's all lined up and the right way round, and you're not putting it on upside down, because that would be a disaster. I find it useful to just like tap it on your table, your desk, and that just makes sure that it is square. So that's that. So I've got my card front, I've got my bone folder. Let's make sure that that's nice and burnished. Like that. The paper's going to go on there. So this is just a very simple card, because I really haven't done too much with that. There is in the dies, oops, excuse me, I'm banging the noise, this little flower here, which you can use, and you could stick these on here, and you can decorate this, and you can put ribbon on. Obviously it's really up to you as to how you want to decorate it. At the end of the day, I'm just sharing and showing how these things are designed to work, and what's the best way to make sure that what you stamp on the piece underneath lines up with the actual elements that people will get to pull off. There'll be nothing worse than finding out that actually it's not quite right. I'm going to use some dimensionals on this. Let's just hope. This is where I peel it off. Now, am I brave enough to actually peel this off and show you how mine looks? It's like, I don't know. Do I want to? I will. I'll be brave. And if it's not quite right, at least you can learn from my mistakes, which I don't mind that happening. Someone has to make the mistakes so that people learn by them. that's all of them. So this is going to go on here. Like so. Inside, oops, that's right, because it needs to be slightly bigger. What we're going to do with the inside, so we could stamp the flower again. Let's get hold of that. I'm going to just go for it and we'll see what happens, whether it stamps okay. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Oh, that was all right then. Turned out not bad. And then I did have an envelope. Let's stamp on that as well and decorate it. So that, maybe I'll do one on the back as well. I think I've just got and put my finger in the ink, but hey. There we go. Right, stamping done. That's the envelope. That's to go on the inside of the card. Oh, I was going to do happy birthday, wasn't I, as well? Do I want to be brave and do that now? What the heck, I'll go for it. So, hope your birthday is wonderful. I'll do that one. Just that. I'm going to do that in Lost Lagoon. If anyone's leaving any comments, apologies, because I can't see what's going on other than what I'm doing. So I hope your birthday is wonderful. So let's put that in the middle there. That worked, good. I know I sound surprised. As I said, I'm never quite sure with these things. Right, let's do a little bit of a tidy up, just so that I'll then share, and I will be brave, and I will pull those tabs, and then you can all laugh at me, because if it's a boo-boo, it's a boo-boo. But hey, as I said, learn from my mistakes, which is totally fine by me. Right, okay, so here we go. So that's the front of my card. I think if I could find my rhinestones, I would put some little rhinestones on there. And I might do something in the middle there, but I need to go and have a good hunt for things. So pull, here we go. So that does work. If I leave that, then at least I can push that back down. And then this one, well, we know I didn't actually stamp it all particularly straight, but it's all there. So the theory worked. My execution maybe not as brilliant, but at least you can see that that's how it can be done to make sure that everything is in the right place. So that's my card for today. As part of this stamping and creating. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, celebrations on at the moment. There is a joining offer if you ever fancy becoming an acorn. And for £99 you can choose either £160 worth of product or £130 worth and receive the Stampin' Glass Mat Studio, which I have to admit I don't have. So I can't show it to you, I'm afraid. But from what I have seen of it, it's really good. except for the fact that when you actually want to come and film it, then there's a bit of a problem because obviously lights and things, there's a bit of a glare. But if that's the only downfall, then that's brilliant, because not everybody wants to make videos for Facebook and YouTube and the like. So yeah, so that's on offer, and that means those actually ship to you for free, or as I said, spend £45. That's excluding shipping, and you get to choose an item from the Celebration catalogue, which looks like this. So this is a Celebration catalogue, and I've just used, the paper that I've just used is this one. So it's the Stippled effects. So that's, as I said, what I've actually used, along with the Hooray for Surprises bundle. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Next week is it's January still, isn't it? Yes. So it'll be another Stampin' and Creating at the same time of 4:30 UK. All right, well, thank you very much, and take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.